And then second one, another activity. For example, I had eaten my pizza before I went shopping to KDS. Saya sudah makan pizza saya sebelum saya ke KDS tadi. Another example is saya sudah mandi before, I had taken a bath before I met my best friend last night. So when we talk about past perfect tense, there are two activities. Something finished first, this is past perfect. And then the second one, this is simple past. For example, before I explained about this material few minutes ago, I had already prepared everything. So jadi saya sudah nyiapin semuanya sebelum saya menjelaskan ini kepada anak-anak. Kapan? Barusan. It means flashback. Okay, and then next one, we take a look. Please take a look the video carefully. Pay attention well to the color red and blue, I guess. This is someone's real experience. He told the story. He went flashback to tell everything that had happened in his experience. Okay, happy watching. Pay attention well.
How was your date last night, Jake?
It turned out okay, but I had some problems along the way.
Why? What happened?
It started when I was getting ready to meet Anne. After I had brushed my teeth,
Okay, red color.
I used some mouthwash to make sure my breath would be extra fresh. At first, I was fine, though it was a strong taste. But the taste got more intense as I rinsed my teeth, and my mouth felt like it was on fire. Then I looked at the bottle I had used.
Okay, red again.
I realized I had rinsed my mouth with aftershave instead of mouthwash. The mouthwash and aftershave bottles were right next to each other. I quickly rinsed my mouth and used the mouthwash from the right bottle this time.
You must have been pretty distracted to make that kind of mistake. Did everything else go okay?
Unfortunately, no. I went to get dressed and realized I had left my best shirt in the washer.
Okay, red again.
I had meant to put it in the dryer before I started getting ready. I went to get it from the washer, but my mother had already put it in the dryer. I was relieved until I took it out. The shirt had shrunk.
Oh no. Did you find something else to wear?
I was running short on time, so I threw on a different shirt and ran out the door. I got to the restaurant in the nick of time. I sat at a table to wait for Anne to arrive. After I had waited for a few minutes, I realized I had put my shirt on inside out.
I had put.
This had never happened to me before last night. I went to the bathroom to fix it. When I came back, a waiter had given my table to someone else.
Had given.
I told a server what had happened, but he said I would have to wait for another table.
Had happened.
After about 10 minutes, I told them that I had waited long enough.
Had waited.
They finally gave me a new table, apologizing that they had made a mistake.
Had made.
Did Anne show up?
No, I began to get frustrated. I had been sitting at the table for about 15 minutes when Anne called me. She sounded upset. She said that she had waited for me for over 20 minutes.
Had waited.
She had left the restaurant and was in her car, about to go home.
Had left.
How come you never saw her?
I asked her where she had sat at Taqueria Loca, and she sounded surprised. She had been at Taqueria San Jose. since I already had a table, I told her to come to Taqueria Loca.
Then Anne made it to the restaurant, right?
Yes, she did. After 10 minutes had passed, Anne finally showed up. When I saw her, I felt the wait had been worth it. We stayed at the restaurant for a long time, eating and talking.
Did you have much in common?
Yes, we did. It turns out she had listened to most of the same music I did when I was a teenager.
Had listened.
She had even played on a basketball team, just like me.
Play.
Great minds think alike. I'm glad the rest of the night went smoothly.
Not exactly.
Oh no, did something else go wrong?
After we had eaten, I went to the men's room. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw that I had several large pieces of cilantro in my teeth. They had been there the whole time I was talking to her. I was so embarrassed.
That's not a big deal. People get stuff in their teeth all the time.
Yeah, but that's not all. I made the biggest mistake of the night when we were in the parking lot. She leaned towards me and I thought she wanted me to kiss her. I leaned in to kiss her and hit her head really hard. She told me that my car keys had started to slip out of my jacket pocket, so she had only meant to reach for them.
That is bad. How embarrassing. On the bright side, at least you got to meet her. Are you going to see her again?
Yes, tonight. Oh, that reminds me, I have to go. I had bought a new shirt and I left it at the dry cleaners. I better go get it.
Had bought.
I hope you have better luck tonight.
Thanks.
Okay, that's the video.
Past
So
Perfect.
from that video, we can take conclusion or we can see several expression that using past perfect tense. Number one, after I had brushed
the formula
my teeth,
for past
I
perfect
used
before
some
another action in the
mouthwash.
past.
When I came back, a waiter had given my table to someone
And the
else.
next one, I realized
I asked her where she
I
had sat at Taqueria
rinsed,
Loca.
had already
After
put,
10 minutes had passed,
sat,
Anne
had
finally showed
passed,
up.
and
I went
the
to get
other
the shirt
one.
from the washer,
So,
but my mother had already
look at
put it
the
in the
color.
dryer. I had meant to put it in the dryer before I started getting ready.
We also use the past perfect to show that something happened before a specific time in the
Okay,
past.
from that one, we can
This had
take
never happened to me before last night.
the example. Look at the blue one. When I came back, a
In the
waiter had
past.
given my table to someone
This had
else.
never happened to me before
When I
last
came back,
night.
this is the second incident. Kejadian kedua, a waiter had given my table to someone else. Itu kan lebih dulu. Seorang pelayan telah memberikan meja saya kepada orang lain. Okay, this is some resume or some examples from the video. I asked her where she had sat at the Taqueria Loca. After 10 minutes had passed and finally showed up. Hampir setelah 10 menit berlalu, berarti sudah berlalu 10 minutes and finally showed up. Verb 2, had passed. I went to get the shirt from the washer, but my mother had already put it. Okay, first action is I went to get the shirt from the washer. Saya mau ngambil kaos ke laundry, mesin cuci, tapi ibuku sudah naruh di situ semua. Jadi ibu sudah ngelakuin itu dulu, baru anaknya yang take the shirt. I had meant to put it in the dryer before I started getting ready. So I had meant to put it, sudah punya plan, want to put the clothes in the dryer. Okay. Next one, we go to the explanation. About the rules that past perfect tense Yeah, the red one. Now, okay, the next one previously, okay, yeah, this is the example from that video. Blue and then red. Look at the red one. Brushed, rinsed, put, given. And then look at the blue one. Had, 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 had. Okay. In past perfect tense, we deal with the words or with verb brushed, rinsed, put, given. It means that verb tree. Okay, please take a look the next slide. Okay, this is the other example. Past perfect always put had. Okay, had over here the meaning is not memiliki atau mempunyai, but the meaning is sudah atau telah. Oke ya, jadi bukan when we arrive the movie had started. Saat kita tiba filmnya mempunyai, oh no, so filmnya sudah mulai. Oke, please imagine when you go to cinema and then you watch movie, pernah dong nonton film, saat masuk filmnya udah mulai, jadi kita telat. It means that when we arrive itu kan action kedua, first actionnya berarti movie-nya sudah dimulai. The movie had started. Look at, there is had and there is started, verb 3 or past participle. Okay, we can take a look the next slide. Please pay attention. When we talk about past perfect tense, we talk or we focus to the past, flashback, because the name past perfect tense focus to past. And then usually stand with simple past tense, duet with simple past, sama-sama masa lalu. The second action means simple past. And then look at this one, look at the green box. Please pay attention, ini bumbunya. In past perfect tense, subject, all subject, he, she, it, they, we, I, you, all subject must be plus had. Okay, very simple. Must be plus had. Plus verb 3. Look at the number. Verb 3. Verb 3 mean verb 1, verb 2, verb 3. Focus to verb 3. For example, go, went, gone. So gone mean verb 3. And the next one, had verb 3 itu kalau action ya. Kalau tidak action, kata sifat berarti mesti ditambahin been. Subject had been, but today we focus only subject had and verb 3, and sometimes use with these indicators already, just, before, after, by the time, that indicates about past perfect tense. And I said before that had plus verb 3 or past participle. You know that in verb 3, there are two kinds of verb. Regular verb and then irregular verb. Regular verb mean beraturan, ya. Look at the example. Look at the red word, the red color. Walked, cooked, discussed. Not walked, cooked, discussed. No lo ya. Walked, cooked, discussed. Ed, yeah, that's regular verb. Explained, for example, danced, prepared. Nah, okay, that's regular verb. Verb 3, verb 2 and verb 3 sometimes that's the same. And irregular, regular, this is irregular. Irregular means tidak beraturan. It means change. The example, when I say speak, verb 1, spoke, verb 2, spoken, verb 3. Sing, verb 1, sang, verb 2, sung, verb 3. Nyanyi itu ya. And then fly, verb 1, flew, verb 2, tree, flown, verb 3. And then drive, verb 1, drive, verb 2, drove, verb 3, driven. And then please take a look the next slide. Okay, this is the simple description. You deal with verb 3. Base form, select, simple, or verb 2, selected. And then verb 3, past participle, synonym, verb 3 ya. Number 3, look at the position. The position on the column is in number 3, so that's called as verb 3, selected. all words in regular endingnya ed. Ini paling gampang biasanya dihafalin. Mesti sejak SMP mestinya sudah punya stok ini ya. Jadi smoked, smoked, start, start, started, started, studied, studied. Okay, next slide. We go to irregular verb, irregular. Look at the column. The column over here, there are 4, but basically we deal with present, past, and past participle. When we talk about present, that's verb 1. Look at this one, becomes. Past become, became. Past participle become, become. Again, begin, begun,
Irregular.
begin, began, begun. Break, broke, broken. Yeah, something like that. Okay, by, bout. Look at number 3. Verb 2 and verb 3 in irregular change. Namanya tidak beraturan, berarti ada perubahan. So you must memorize it. The problem that usually students have, they cannot memorize verb 1, verb 2, verb 3 well. Okay, next, please take a look the second video. This is the example how you know about irregular verb or verb 3. Yeah, we just take a look for a while ya.
Verb forms. Arise, arose, arisen. Be, was, were, been.
You can repeat ya at home.
Beat, beaten. Become,
Become,
became,
became,
become,
become. This is the example.
begin,
Begin,
began,
begun.
begun.
Okay.
Bend, bent, bent.
And the meaning? The picture is the meaning. Okay, that's the example. It's enough. I will give you the link how you practice it at home. Okay. Next, we can take a look the next slides. Okay, so this is the rule. Past perfect tense. All subject, I, you, they, we, he or she or it, all subject must be added had and verb 3. So this is the formula ya. Remember, when you talk about perfect tense, past itu tandanya have become had. Nah, oke ya, past had. Nanti kalau next meeting we talk about present, had-nya nggak kepake lagi, menjadi have. Oke, because we talk about past, have bentuk keduanya kan had. Oke, and then verb 3. And then next slide, you can take a look the past perfect over here. Nah, look at first table, affirmative form. For full and short form, affirmative form means sentence, positive sentence ya. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Look at had tried, had tried, had tried, had tried. Same ya. Had, all, put had. You must put had. And then verb 3, tried, 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 tried. That's the full form. If you want to make it into shorter, kalau disingkat, look at the second level, you put comma and then D. I'd tried, you'd tried, he'd tried, we'd tried, something like that. That's the positive example. And then we go to the negative form. Look at the subject, all same like the positive or affirmative, but you just put it not. Had not, had not, had not. Because this is negative, the indicators of negative, you put it not. Hadn't, I hadn't, you hadn't, he hadn't. Okay, when you put comma, you must pronounce hadn't, not again. Okay, I had not tried, I hadn't tried. You had not tried, you hadn't tried. We had not tried, we hadn't tried. Okay, and then interrogative. Interrogative, when you ask, when we talk about interrogative, we must put question mark. Question mark. So put had first, then subject, then verb 3. Had I tried, had you tried, had he tried, and had they tried. Okay, that's the description about past perfect tense, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. And then look at the next one. Yeah, this is the simple description in past perfect affirmative, whether singular subject I, you, he, she, it, and then plural subject you, be, they. Same, they put had. And then wound, seen, been, closed, told, talked, cleaned, bought. Those are past participle or verb 3. Okay. And then next example, look at, this is very simple example. Look at the subject. I, she, he, you, we, they. All subject. And then look at plus had. Ya, I had visited my sister. Aku sudah berkunjung atau mengunjungi, mendatangi my sister before she went to Mexico. Sebelum dia ke Meksiko, sebelum dia pulang ke Meksiko, sebelum dia balik ke Meksiko. So had visited mean bukan memiliki loh ya, but sudah, telah mengunjungi. Okay, that's the example for all subjects. And then please take a look the next example. This is one paragraph of a story that applying past perfect tense. Look at the words like before, after, when, until. I used to show the sequence of events. Sequence mean runtutan ya. Don't you remember that I lent you 15,000 rupees when your crops had failed? Look at the red and green color. When your crops had failed. Kayaknya aku ingat deh. Aku kan minjemin kamu 15.000 rupiah nih saat panenmu telah gagal. Kapan? Dulu. Had failed. You had promised to return the money before the end of the year. And kamu kan udah janji balikin duitnya itu sebelum akhir tahun. Kamu sudah janji, had promised. Murali had seen you taking the money from me. Murali sudah lihat kamu ngambil duit atau ngambil pinjaman dari aku dulu. Murali had seen. Seen means verb 3. Melihat, sudah lihat. When I had requested him, he had agreed. Saat aku sudah memintanya, dia sudah setuju menjadi saksi. Now both of you deny that I had given you loan. Tapi kok kalian berdua malahan menyangkal kalau aku sudah memberi kalian pinjaman. So had given. So this is the example, a story that talk about past experience and applying past perfect. Jadi telahnya di masa lalu. And look at this one. Let's take a challenge. I challenge you. Please try. Please read. Few minutes. Which sentences are showing past perfect tense? Number 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 8. Look at the option A, or B, or C, or D, or E. Okay, I give you 2 minutes. 1 minute ya. Read carefully, one by one. Look at the indicator. Look at the formula. Check whether use the formula correctly or not. Okay. A. Is your answer A or B or C or D or E? Here we are. The answer. Look at the next slide. Hope your answer is correct. Okay, look at the stars. There are 3. Number 1, number 5, number 7. Why number 1 is past perfect? We can see had and we can see taken. Okay, so number 1 is true. Number 2, has. No. Past perfect must put had, not has. So number 2, it's wrong. Number 3, will. We can see will are not in past. No, will talk about future. So number 3, wrong. Number 4, you can see had or has. Oh, that has. So number 4, it's wrong. Number 5, packed, the verb, and then chickens had packed. You see verb 3, packed, and you see had. So number 5, correct. Number 6, we see had or not? Oh no, we see will. Will, almost the same as number 3. That's wrong. Number 7, the wings had plenty of room to spread. Had, verb. What's the verb 3 of had? Same, had. Verb 3, so, oh ma'am, that's single had or double had? That's double had. Had number 1 is had. Had number 2 is verb 3. So number 7, correct. And then number 8, has or had? It must be had. So number 8 is wrong. So the correct answer, D, number 1, number 5, and number 7. Next, challenge. Okay, challenge for you. Read the text below. Which one is the correct words to form past perfect tense sentence? Okay, this is for Bojonegoro students ya. We talk about KDS. We are not talking about mall in Surabaya. Before I went to KDS for shopping my stuff, I blah blah blah. Number 1, blah blah blah, cook breakfast for my family, and 2, blah blah blah, take my laundry. Then before my husband slept, he blah blah blah, check everything well. So this is for a woman in Bojonegoro ya, not student, because there is husband. Student has not having husband. Okay, which is the answer? The orange box, the blue, or the green? What do you think? Orange or blue or green? Okay, surely it must be the green. Look at had. Full had cooked, had taken, had checked. Look at the orange. Have. Oh no, that's wrong. And then check. Number 3. Oh, there is no had. Wrong. So number 1 and 3 wrong from orange box. And then blue, number 1. Oh, that's wrong. Have. It should be had. And then number 2, had taken. Number 3, had checked. That's correct, but number 1, that's wrong. So the most correct one, the answer is green box. Okay? Next, before we close our discussion, please enjoy the music. This is about the conclusion of past perfect tense that we discussed today. Pay attention to the lyric that use the past. Had verb 3, had verb 3, had verb 3. Check it out. Happy watching. You can move your body, enjoy your time while learning. Imagine you are performing a music band with your best friends. Look at this one. Have past participle.
Called the past perfect, and it's a little bit tricky. I take the past participle and add have. That's the past perfect. Let's take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect. Take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect.
I guess the video
turns to
I had flown. I had flown.
Turns to I had written. Had that past participle. There's a tense called the past perfect, and it's a little bit tricky. I take the past participle and add have. That's the past perfect. Let's take a verb now and conjugate it Don't forget
Just
to
get
add
some
have to the past participle, like had walked or had jumped. It's really, 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 really that simple, simple, simple. Eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped, eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped, eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped.
Okay, that's the song that can conclude our discussion about past perfect tense. So we can take the conclusion that when we talk about past perfect tense, we focus something in the past. Okay, I give you my gesture. When we talk about past perfect, we talk about something in the past, and then look at this one, use had and verb 3, had and verb 3. Okay, you can practice at home. Always remember, when we talk about tenses, please apply by using your real experience. Good luck to practice at home. Remember, when we talk about tenses, please apply using your real experience. You have many activities in the past. Please go flashback. When we talk about past, we go to the past. When we talk about present perfect, present. And we talk about future perfect, future. Present perfect and future perfect, we are going to discuss next meeting. For this meeting, it's over. We have discussed in complete way. Hopefully, you really understand what we are talking at this moment. Don't forget to stay safe, stay at home, spiritful to learning, and remember that learning English is fun. See you. Have a nice time.